Are you consciously aware that everything in this universe has an opposite? Welcome back to the show. I am gonna share the next universal law, the law of polarity. Everything in this universe has an opposite, and we can not know one without the other. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're on the audio platforms, please also follow and write me a review. Before we moving forward, I want you to start thinking about your own life experience. Has there any personal experience or any circumstance that you were able to understand this law and it's due to the opposite? Because as I mentioned, without the opposite, you will never know the other side, right? So for example, every light has a shadow, every success has its challenge, and every endings carries a new beginning. It's like a cycle. It's also like a season. We have summer, we have winter, we have hot and cold, and without the cold, you will not understand or even experience the hot. What is the law of polarity? The simple definition is everything exists in duality. As I mentioned, light and dark, success, failure, joy, sorrow. And the contrast help us recognize and appreciate the other side. In a spiritual angle, polarity isn't punishment. It's how the universe expands and how we experience fullness. Oftentimes, we face challenges, we feel maybe setbacks, and we start complaining, we start blaming, and we start looking for help external. But little do we know, the universe is actually setting us up for the next chapter of our life. And if we are not understand this law, we will miss it. We start having the negative thoughts. And most people give up. And I'm actually one of them before. But once I understand this law and how our universe works, then in order to experience the other side is to keep going. So I'm going to give you some of my personal experience. For example, some of you know I'm involved in real estate. I'm a real estate agent. The reason I become a real estate agent is not because the title and is not because the money. Two reasons. Number one, my own family back in 2015 was experiencing foreclosure. And it was a very harsh time for my family. And it's not a good feeling. And that kind of gave me the drive to understand real estate, to wanting to help others so they don't experience this type of experience in their life. And that's the opposite. That's the duality. Without me experiencing that, I will not be even thinking about becoming a real estate agent or start learning more about real estate. And that's a positive reflection. And if I, let's say, do on the negativity and thinking, oh, why me? Why this is always happened to me? Then I will not realize the polarity and duality. And the second reason, it was because my breakup, my romantic relationship broke up 2016, which is the next year of the foreclosure with my family. And that really triggers for me to really going towards this industry, because the person that I was with, we were actually looking to move in together at another location, relocated. And somehow, of course, that didn't happen because we broke up. And that, again, that really put me in this deep emotion state and made me realize I gotta start helping people. I really don't want anyone to have this similar experience like I experienced at the time. So that's how I started getting into real estate. And the people that I've been helping the last 7 years, it's been first-time home buyer, and it's also like young couple, young families, and this is perfect aligning to my purpose of doing real estate. And without the downside, without the challenge of my family or the breakup through my own personal relationship, I will not understand, I will not experience helping others in their real estate journey. And as far as an entrepreneur journey, I was experiencing a lot of different jobs, and I wasn't speaking good English before, and that also drives me to do better, learn English, and see doing podcasts is one of them. And this is all again due to the polarity, due to because I experienced the other side, and that's why I want to do a reflection of experience the opposite side. And because I experienced both sides, I understand the feelings, the condition of the states of the both sides. Without the other side, I will never know what's happening for the opposite side. Why we resist polarity. Most people have fear or rejected of negative side. Without the dark, we will never see the light. Without the light, we will never see the dark. And without all the experience that we experience in our life, maybe in the early years, we will never understand life. I will never sitting here talking to you about this law, universal law. And this is all due to because I experienced the other side. And our culture, our society also teaches us to avoid pain. The polarity reminds us that the pain, the negative side, the failure has its purpose. You guys can practice and start realizing the duality, the polarity. So you know every time you face or you experience the opposite side, you will consciously aware that this is not a failure, this is not a negativity, and it's a setback in order for you to set up for your next comeback, next chapter of your life or next cycle. So first of all, awareness, of course. Notice when you are labeling something as bad and ask, what's the hidden meaning? What is this trying to teach us? What is this trying to teach me? When you have that awareness, instead of just draining yourself into the negativity or depression, when you have this sense of awareness, consciousness, then you will see the light. I guarantee you. Okay, reframing is one of the pool, then success is already possible because every time when we go down, we fail, and the next thing, the universe, the law is to go up. There's only way to redirect, right? Reframe is also redirect because without those life experience, without those setbacks, I will not be redirecting my career into real estate and become a realtor. Gratitude for contrast. And again, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. When you appreciate both sides and for what they teach you, what the universe tried to tell you, then you will feel the fullness. And the next, shift focus. Lean into poles you want more. Focus on abundance, let's say, not lack or chase. Oftentimes, if we experience setback or failure, we should just focus on the positive. Another example that I can give you is I've been moving a lot this past 20 years. And every time I moved, of course, there's emotional involved. Sometimes it's angry, sometimes it's sadness. And when I move out of my last relationship, of course, there's a lot of mixed, complex emotion involved. And again, I am just focusing on the solution at the time. And what can I do? What's the next step? And what's the next alliance steps I can take? And I'm focusing on that. And because I'm focusing on that, I'm not putting myself in the state of negativity or depression. Last but not least, affirmation practice. Every challenge I face holds a seed of opposite blessings. What that means is when we experience something, we want to reprogram our mind because our mind has been conditioned very negatively. It's so easy for us to not thinking the blessing on the opposite side and not thinking about the joy of the opposite side. It's on its way. Our inner power is very powerful if we recognize and know how to use it. Now it's your turn. I want to know in your personal life, what have you experienced before that it's considered low? And also, what's the opposite of the high? If you're on the YouTube channel, please share in the comment and remember to subscribe. And if you're on the audio platform, please follow and write me a review. And if you know anyone that needs to hear this, please share this video. Until next episode, stay safe and peace.